Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Michaela and I make adult coloring videos here on this channel, and today I decided that I am going to bring back my coloring challenges. I used to have like a bunch of post-it notes with a bunch of coloring challenges on them that I would kind of pick from whenever I wanted to do a coloring challenge video, and I have not done one in about a year. So I decided I'm actually going to take all of the coloring challenges I had and I put them on an app called Tiny Decisions, and that is how I'm going to be spinning for my coloring challenges. And it kind of ranges from pretty simple challenges to more challenging challenges, if you will. And I actually did put back in the wheel challenges I've done in the past. So if this ends up being a challenge I've already done, I figure at this point it's okay. It's been far over a year for majority of them, so I figured I'd just throw them all back in, just because it's been so long since I've done this, and I really want to try to make it a goal to do a coloring challenge at least once a month, because it's a fun time to get myself out of my comfort zone a little bit, because I just don't do that very often, so I definitely need to. But yeah, so the app I use is Tiny Decisions, and actually the reason I have my phone out is I'm gonna pull it up. So I just have this called coloring challenges up here with like a little crayon emoji, and then I have all the challenges on here. So I'm actually gonna turn the volume on. I feel like this is just my luck that I'm gonna get some sort of text during this, but let's spin and see what the challenge is gonna be. It's spinning. Look how fun this is. Okay, this actually is one I've done in the past. Black and white monochrome. So black and white in tones of gray only. Have I done this one? I've done variations of this. Regardless, I'm gonna go find a page and then we will get coloring. Okay, so weirdly enough, my first thought was to pull out 50 Prehistoric Miniatures by Camelia Angelkova. I don't know if I have a good reason for this. I feel like my thought is just like, oh, prehistoric, like maybe black and white kind of thing. So I decided to do this page right here. It is a little like door page, which I don't do enough of. And for the most part, I'm going to be using my Ohuhu brush markers, and I'm going to be sticking to basically from warm gray 01 to 120. And if I want to throw in any of the blue grays, I can. So like there's a blue gray 9. Actually, maybe not, because this blue gray 4 is kind of, I feel like kind of cheating. But like blue gray 3 and like maybe blue gray 9 I can throw in as well. For the most part, I'm gonna try to stick with these colors right here. Could you guys even see what I was doing? I don't know, but these are all tones of gray, and you know what? I'm allowing it. So, ooh, this is gonna be a little bit hard, and I'm also like gonna allow myself to use like glitter gel pen, like silver glitter, which I do have. And actually, you know what? I'm gonna take that out now as well, but I'm just gonna take a look and see what variations I have. Let's see. So I have my little color swatch journal thing here. I use this color charts one by Yam Puff. I really like it. I think I'm gonna pull out, definitely my Stardust. So I'm gonna pull out that. I think this is it. Oh no, it's not. I am wildly unprepared. Okay, so I have my Stardust. I'm gonna pull out this. This like definitely counts, right? I think so. Pull out that, and there are some other variations. I mean, I'm gonna pull out metallic silver. Let's see, metallic silver is 553, so I'm gonna pull that out. And okay, for now that's all I'm gonna pull out in regards to glitter. They're all kind of the same shade of glitter, but now I have 3 options. So 2 of them are jelly rolls. This one is Stardust, and this one is metallic, so they are a little bit different. And then this is a dual metallic, but it kind of just looks like the metallic silver, so I don't know. But anyways, okay, let's get right on into figuring out what I want to do. I think I want to start out, I think I'm gonna color in the door, this Y Gray 080. I'm gonna start by doing that. So I'm allowing myself to use any iteration of the grays that I have in my Ohuhu set. Again, I don't know if that's really cheating. I mean, they're all grays, you know? They're just different shades of gray. So Ooh, I don't use this color, but wow. Awesome. So, hi guys, how is everyone doing? I am very excited to be filming this video for you guys because I feel like I haven't like really sat down with a schedule in a while. So I'm really excited that I'm going to be getting back onto my YouTube schedule because I feel like once I'm like feeling like filming, I'm like super motivated to color and just like do, you know what I mean? I'm always so inspired to color whenever I'm filming, and I don't know, I feel like, I don't know if even that makes any sense or if I'm just making that up. Also, this was really, really dumb. When you're coloring with alcohol markers, you really should not do what I do and just color wherever the frick you want to color. There should be a method to your madness because otherwise you're going to end up with streaks, and that is totally what I'm going to end up with. That was really dumb. Okay, but I'm really excited to be back in filming. I'm actually filming a vlog this weekend that is kind of, honestly, kind of boring. I haven't vlogged as much as I wanted, but I feel like I'm still gonna end up with like 20 minutes of footage. So if you guys are interested, that should be up eventually this week. I'm thinking Saturday is when that vlog is gonna go live, so. But I hope everyone's doing well. I just did a diamond paint and chat not too long ago. And so I feel like I've caught you guys up mostly on what's going on in my life. Nothing new has really happened since. Okay, the streaking not as bad as I thought. Okay, that's good. What else do I want to color in this color? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna leave it out. I'm gonna color in, and also, just as a little side note, there is probably no way I'm going to actually get this page done on camera. I like to make my color and chats usually about 20 to 30 minutes, usually closer to the 20-minute side, just because I feel like otherwise I'm just rambling about nothing. But if I ever have like a lot to say, I'll go longer, but I like to keep my color and chats fairly short. But I'm gonna go in with GG1. But obviously at the end of the month, you guys will see the finished page. So definitely stay tuned for that. I'm going to color in the leaves this color because the leaves, they're supposed to be green, right? So yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. I just filmed a video of diamond paint and chats. I feel like you guys are pretty much caught up. I'm trying to think if anything else like new and exciting has happened in my life. We had a snowstorm yesterday in Wisconsin, and it was wild, honestly. I think, so basically it didn't start snowing until about 5 a.m. And by the time it was like 8 a.m., we already had like 5 inches of snow. So in 3 hours, we got 5 inches of snow. And it was like not the light, fluffy stuff. Like, no, it was like the heavy, wet, rain, snow stuff. That's like really challenging to drive in, like way worse to drive in than fluffy snow. And it was just a mess. I did not leave my apartment yesterday. I could have by the time nighttime came around because it definitely like cleared up. Roads were clear. My parking lot was clear by afternoon. Like I could have gone somewhere if I wanted, but I just stayed home yesterday and it was a nice little relaxing snow day, but I'm kind of over the snow days. What I really, really want are some nice spring days. Like give me some 60-degree weather that I can like go take a walk in and not feel like I'm gonna like hate myself. So I just want some nicer weather. I'm really over this Wisconsin winter, and like it's not the worst winter we've ever had, but I will say it's not the best one we've ever had either, because like while it's been a mild winter, we have had milder winters than this. Like last year, a lot more mild than it was this year. 2 years ago, actually I'm not really sure what happened 2 years ago, but 3 years ago when it was the pandemic year, like the main pandemic year of 2020, I remember very distinctly that after March 13th, we didn't get any snow the rest of the year. I don't know how I remember that, but I just remember that we didn't get any snow after March 13th. So it's very hit or miss in Wisconsin if we're gonna get a snowstorm post like February, honestly. That being said, we have hit daylight savings again, and the sun is staying out until past 7, and it is just a glorious, glorious time. I am thriving with there being the sun out later. Yeah. And like, I love it. I don't know. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like this is a really like perfect color to be using. Kind of makes me feel like I'm cheating, but it's a green gray, so I don't know. It's a shade of gray. According to my Ohuhu marker, it's a shade of gray. I think I'm gonna go in, because I need to figure out what I wanna do. I'm gonna go in with the big rocks, and I'm gonna go in, I think, with like a neutral gray. I'm thinking, because I think that would look the best, like a lighter neutral gray maybe. Like a, pop it here so you guys can see what I'm looking at. I'm kind of struggling to figure out, maybe neutral gray 03, which is this one. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna go with. Here we go. Okay, start coloring in some of these rocks to hopefully kind of figure out where I want to go with this. This page is actually really cute. I like it. I have really been enjoying Camelia's new releases. She just came out actually with a 50 Spring and Easter Fairy Houses book, which is awesome. And it's really cute, and I definitely picked it up. I have already done a page out of it, and I am in love. I still think I like the Halloween one the best, but I am just like a sucker for Halloween and like fall coloring, which is kind of interesting because I really like Halloween and fall coloring, but like when it comes to actual seasons, I really enjoy springtime. But it is kind of a tie between which one I like better. The only downfall to going into fall time is that winter is upon us. And the thing about springtime is when it gets into spring, like summer is upon us, which is arguably more bearable than winter, in my opinion. So I know for those of you guys who live in other parts of the world, that probably isn't the case. But like being in Wisconsin, I dread winter every year. You just never know what the winter is going to hold. And it's so, I just hate it. I just hate it. So it's just nice to know in the summer that you're going to get summer weather, and like no snow. It's the snow for me. And it really shouldn't even be that big of a deal because I literally don't even have to drive in it anymore because I work from home. But it's still this like dread of like, I just can't leave the house if it snows because I'm afraid of driving in it, and I don't know. But honestly, it's a pretty like valid fear, I feel like, because snow is unsafe, and you could be the safest driver, but you can't control what other people do, and that's the part that really is annoying. People are always too close behind you, and I don't care if you have four-wheel drive. I don't. My little car does not, and don't be an asshole, basically, and I hate people so much. So yeah, that's my little winter rant, but I'm excited for the summer. I'm excited for way longer days, warmer weather. I'm so excited. And it's, my birthday is in May. So obviously, it's the end of March. So my birthday is still a month and a half away, but I am still like really surprised. Like, I just can't believe it's already almost May again. I don't know what happened, but it felt like time has flown. I feel like I was just celebrating my birthday last year, and I turned 25 this year, and I feel like I'm gonna be going through like a quarter life crisis. So I don't even know. Like, I think it's absolutely crazy that my birthday is coming up and I'm turning 25. Like, that's like a big number. I'm like really deep into my mid-20s, you guys. I kind of hate it. But it's just weird. Growing up is weird. Being an adult is weird. I don't like it. Paying bills is stupid. So I wish I could just like not, but I kind of have to. So I feel like that was random rant, but I like really don't know. I feel like there was more I wanted to talk to you guys about, but like I don't really know. I started watching the new like iCarly revival show that aired in 2021, so 2 years ago, on Paramount Plus. It's like a Paramount Plus original. I started watching that yesterday, and I'm about 9 episodes in now, and I am loving it. There's a lot of like You really kind of have to be a fan of the last, like, iCarly. Like, you really had to be in that time period to, I feel like, really enjoy the show. Otherwise, it probably is too much of, like, trying to be, like, super, I can't think of the word, like, super with the times. Like, it's a very, like, you know you're in this time period with the jokes they're making kind of a thing, and that would be too much for me personally if I hadn't watched iCarly as a kid in the past. I don't know if that makes sense, but I can't think of the right way to word it. That being said, I find the show hilarious, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm probably gonna binge that really, really quickly. And then I don't know what I'm gonna watch. I go very back and forth between watching TV shows and then reading and then listening to podcasts and then listening to audiobooks, and I feel like my brain can't wrap my head around, like, being able to kind of juggle it all. I feel like in my brain it has to be like I have to do one thing or the other, but I can't do both. Like, obviously not at the same time, but, like, even, like, separately. Like, I can't manage my time well when it comes to my hobbies, which is kind of odd, but I feel like you guys kind of can relate to that. I'm so bad at balancing hobbies. How do people balance hobbies? Why can't I just have one hobby? Why do I have to like 30 different things? Frustrating, but that's okay. But, like, I know that I don't have to, like, have massive, like, reading goals. I like to read, but then, like, I want to have time for, like, other things, but then I get stressed if I don't hit my reading goal, which is, like, really dumb. Like, it kind of feels like in my brain if I don't read, like, so, like, in January I read 11 books. February I read 1. March I'm at, like, 6 or 7. And for some reason, I feel like if that number isn't, like, high, like, it's unfulfilling, which is super bizarre and should not be the case, because it should just be, if you're enjoying the hobby, it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter how much you're, you know, reading. Like, if you're reading one book, that's great. And I absolutely think, like, if you only read one book in a year, it's great. I, in my head, have this, like, mindset that I personally have to be, like, above and beyond at everything I'm possibly doing ever for it to be worth it, which is so stupid. Rant of the day over, you guys. Wow. Can anyone else relate to that, though? Because I feel it. I don't know why. I just feel that way. So, actually, I'm gonna use the other side. That was a really big rant. I'm so sorry, you guys. But I appreciate if you're watching. I'm deciding that I'm using the same yellow gray on this, okay, maybe I don't want to use the brush end, on this little part of the, like, top of the door, I guess. I don't really know what this is. It kind of looks like a blanket, not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna go in with the same yellow gray. But, so I have been reading a fair amount, and I have really been trying to catch up on some podcasts, and my toxic trait is that I use a Tiny Decision app, which is the one I showed you guys earlier for picking how I was doing this challenge, that I use the Tiny Decision app for so many decisions in my life. Not, like, big decisions, but, like, if I don't know what podcast to listen to, I have thrown them all into a Tiny Decisions little category called, like, Podcast Picker, and it will pick one for me. Obviously, I had to go in and add them all in, but, like, if I don't know what to listen to, awesome. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through it that way. What else? Books. I have my physical TBR. Like, what I have physically at my apartment, I have all that in the Tiny Decisions app as well. I have not used that one quite yet, but if I don't know which physical book to read that I own, I will spin the app and pick one. I have one for my diamond paintings. Okay, well, let's talk about it for a sec, you guys. I definitely have gone a little bit overboard on buying diamond paintings over the last month or two. That being said, I am on a strict no buy on diamond paintings, unless I find one that's by an artist that I absolutely love, or if it's really calling out to me, I'm trying not to buy them now, because I have a good enough stockpile. And by, like, a lot, I mean I bought a few. I haven't bought, like, I bought a lot. Okay, anyways, moving on. But I actually have those all in a decision app as well, which is weird because I still have not finished the first diamond painting that I started working on from Diamond Art Club that I did the diamond and paint chat video on. So, yeah, I don't know. I use the Tiny Decision app for a lot of my decisions in life. Obviously not big decisions, but for some. I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna use, I actually really like how this is turning out so far. Obviously, it's like kind of like boring because it's like a bunch of grays, but I think it's coming together really nicely. And I'm excited to keep going. Let's see, I think I'm going to use my Pentel Sparkle Pop on some of like, I can't think of the word. It kind of looks like rope, but I don't know if it's rope. I'm just gonna start coloring it in the silver. I hate when you have to get the juice going in the pen. That being said, so do you guys listen to podcasts? If so, what do you guys listen to? I very much have been enjoying so there's actually a Survivor podcast that started with season 44 of Survivor, and I'm watching season 44 of Survivor, and I'm listening to the podcast after every episode, so I've been really good at keeping on track with it because I really want to listen to the podcast, and they give spoilers in the podcast of the episode you just watched. But it's with Jeff Probst, and it's super good. It's very interesting to learn more about the behind the scenes of the show. I've been using this a lot in this video, but I have a toxic trait that I think I would be able to get on Survivor and do well. That is a toxic trait because I literally would probably shit myself the second I stepped onto the island, and I definitely would not make it past day one. Not even the first round of voting. I literally would not be able to make it past day one. Like, that is just not my personality, but it is my toxic trait to believe that I would be able to do that. It's a very entertaining show, but like every time I watch it, I'm like, I could do that. And then I remember that like they sleep with rats, and I'm like, ooh, absolutely disgusting, count me out. I get scared over ladybugs. Like, what? Like, what? So, my toxic trait is thinking I could do that show. I think it would be really cool, however, to, like, do the challenges, but, like, very, like, not under pressure situation. Just, like, doing it for funsies and, like, not doing it for competition purposes. I think it'd be really cool to try. But otherwise, no, I genuinely not be able to do it. But anyways, yeah, I'm listening to that podcast. I'm loving the Wizards of Waverly Place rewatch podcast called Wizards of Waverly Pod. I think I've talked about it before. It has Jennifer Stone and David DeLuise, and they are just talking through and rewatching the show. Wizards of Waverly Place was one of my favorites growing up, so it's just really fun to listen to, and yeah, it's really fun to listen to. What else? The Glee podcast is also a good one. I think I've talked about that as well. I'm still not caught up quite yet, and I really should hopefully catch up soon. A few episodes behind, so really want to catch up on that. Let's see. What do I want to do next? I think, let's see. I don't want to set it right on top. I'll keep this out for you guys. Well, now I can't see. I'm thinking I want to color in, like, this outside part. Maybe, I did neutral gray 03 for the rocks. Is there a neutral gray 02? Why is there not anything lower? I don't have the full set of these markers. Once I run out of these markers, I plan on buying the bigger set. That probably would include more of those. I don't know. There is nothing lower than neutral gray 03, which is in the neutrals, which is throwing me for a loop. And there's not any other neutrals on the other sheets. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to go with maybe like red gray 110. Would that look stupid? No, I'm going to save those maybe for flowers, because I want the flowers to, you know what, I am actually going to work on the flowers, but I'm going to use R gray, red gray 150. Yeah, okay. We got it handled, guys, don't worry. Yeah, no, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Yeah, we're going to do this. Ooh, I love when the tip of the marker, you can tell you've never really used it. These grays I don't dig into a ton. Like the like typical warm gray, neutral gray, cool gray I dip into a lot, but not these like red grays and yellow grays. I don't really dip into these very often, so the tips on them are pristine, and I love it. Anyways, I was talking about the Glee podcast, so I'm listening to that, trying to catch up. What else? There is a Disney podcast called Disordered that I really like. It is basically these three, I think it's three guys who are going through every single Walt Disney animated film. So not Pixar, but I think they eventually got to Pixar because this podcast started in like 2017 or something. Maybe not that long ago. Maybe it was like 2019, but they go through every Disney film and talk about a little bit about history, their kind of their own history with the film. And I think the last episode I listened to was the Three Caballeros episode. So I'm only on like episode 7 or something like that. So I have obviously a lot of catching up to do on that one, because they've gone through the entire backlist basically. So that's crazy, but because it was a podcast that was started a really long time ago. But I'm listening to that, and then I also really like Rotten Mango, which is like a true crime podcast that's hosted by Stephanie So, and I believe she also makes YouTube videos, and her voice is like super calming and soothing. Fun fact, if you guys have never heard her podcast before, you definitely should. She sounds exactly like my friend Cassie, or Potato Princess here on YouTube. She sounds exactly like her, and I've brought it up to her before. And she doesn't see it, but she asked her Twitch stream once, and they all agreed, so. It really sounds like her. It's very strange, but it's a calming voice, and I like it. As calming, I guess, as you can get within true crime, but I really enjoy her podcast. It's super interesting. So those are my podcast directs of the day. This video actually ended up being a lot more talkative than I expected it to, which is good. But I do hope you guys enjoy me bringing back the coloring challenges, and let me know in the comments of what videos you guys want to see from me. I know that on my radar, I do need to film my how I color my Disney Pages videos. Do not worry, that will be coming. It takes a lot more preparation than you might think for that kind of video, and doing something like this is a lot less strenuous, I guess, because I don't have to finish the page on camera, and I feel like with the Disney thing I have to be very in-depth. In theory, it's coming in April. I keep pushing it back, but I do really plan on filming it. But in the meantime, I do have speed color videos of me coloring some Disney Pages. If you guys want an idea without me talking of how I color, those are good ones to check out at the moment until I film that other video. But yeah, I think I'm actually going to end off the video here because my throat is starting to get a little bit croaky. My voice is starting to get croaky. Throat's starting to hurt. You guys know. You guys know. But this is kind of the progress so far. I'm really enjoying how it's looking. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to finish it off quite yet, but you guys will see it in my completed pages here. I believe that's actually going to be my next video, so definitely watch that video to see the finished result. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you're not already, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, guys!